Now on a scandal surrounding the New Jersey Governor Christie. CNN has obtained emails written by some of his top aides that could shed some new light on this story. Jake Tapper, the anchor of The Lead, is joining us now with what's going on, because the intrigue here is intense. Political revenge, all sorts of allegations out there.
Well, it's been nothing more than allegations until today. And today we got a hold of some of these emails and text messages sent from individuals affiliated with Governor Christie, some top aides, that seem to suggest, in fact, that the lane closures that took place in September that caused so much havoc among commuters and parents of school kids actually were born from something of a vendetta against the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey, one of the Democrats who refused to endorse Christie in his re-election effort. Let's take a look at some of these emails. Here's one from Bridget Ann Kelly, who is a deputy chief of staff for Christie, to David Wildstein, who's a political appointee to the Port Authority. That's the regulating body that oversees the bridges and ports and tunnels between New York and New Jersey. It said, "Time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee." That's a few weeks before these bridge closures, the lane closures on the bridge. Then in September, on the first day of the lane closures, the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey, this Democrat who had not endorsed Governor Christie for re-election, calls and says there's an emergency. All his constituents are calling and writing and saying there's so much traffic, there are first responders, school buses, etc. They can't get through into New York. Bridget Ann Kelly says to David Wildstein, did he call him back? And Wildstein writes back, radio silence. His name comes right after Mayor Fulop. Mayor Fulop, we should say, is another Democratic mayor from Jersey City who had refused to endorse Governor Christie, who also alleges that there was retribution against him for not endorsing him. The next day, on September 10th, the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey, texts to a different political appointee on the Port Authority saying, "The bigger problem is getting kids to school. Help, please. It's maddening." Somebody, we're not sure because the name was redacted, somebody writes, "Is it wrong that I'm smiling?" When David Wildstein forwards this message from the mayor of Fort Lee, complaining about how horrible things are. "Is it wrong that I'm smiling?" Then this person writes, "I feel badly about the kids," and then writes about a minute later, "I guess." Wildstein writes, "They are the children of Buono voters." Now, Barbara Buono was the Democratic opponent of Governor Christie. Again, this note of politics, of vendetta, of revenge in this. We should point out there is, as of now, absolutely no evidence that Governor Christie himself knew about any of this, but also no response from Governor Christie's office.
Earlier, he did deny any involvement in anything sordid, if you will.
Right, and in fact, top aides of Christie, appointees to the Port Authority who had resigned, said that this was just a traffic study gone bad, gone incompetent. People on the Port Authority said they didn't know anything about a traffic study. Christie said all he knew was that these individuals said it was a traffic study gone bad, and he took them at their word. Now there's evidence that maybe it wasn't a traffic study. One more I want to show to you. In the early mornings of September 18th, David Wildstein, this Port Authority political appointee, friend of Governor Christie's, who had resigned a few weeks later after the scandal became known, forwards a story from the Wall Street Journal about this controversy. Now, Bill Stepien was Christie's campaign manager. Bill Stepien writes back, "It's fine. The mayor is an idiot, though. Win some, lose some." He said he spelled win wrong. Wildstein writes back, "I had some empty boxes ready to take to work today just in case," alluding to being fired, perhaps. "It will be a tough November for this little Serbian." That's an allusion to the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey. There is a lot for Christie and his aides to explain in these emails. They're potentially very damning.